That's like the third time I've corrected her today.
That's wrong.
No, hers. Friday. No, it's Friday.
Okay, and then on angles, if you're trying to find the angle first, like on this one we're going to have to find the largest one first. Which one of these is going to have my largest angle? How do I know B? Okay, biggest angles across the biggest side. Then here's another area formula, parent area formula. Okay, this works when you have all three sides and you'll be given what you need. Alright, so solve triangle around two decimal places. So I need to find all the angles. Okay, so you told me we're going to find angle B. So if I set it up, this is cosine B equals. Okay, so you square the other two sides. So this would be 8 squared plus 14 squared. Then you subtract that side squared, so minus 19 squared, divided by 2BC. Sorry, not 2B, 2C. 2AC. So this would be 2 times the first side times the second side. Okay, to get the angle, after you solve this, to find B, you have to do cosine inverse of this answer. A lot of you like on your calculators just to put everything in at once. I think it's easier if you do each part. Okay? So like, solve the first part, hit equals, then divide, then put the bottom part in, but when you put the bottom part in, you're going to have parentheses around all of that. Then hit equals, then do your cosine inverse. Don't try to put cosine inverse in as your first thing. Okay, so I want you to try it to make sure you know how to do it. And you're going to two decimal places.
So are you saying we need to find the inverse of the bottom part first?
No, you find the inverse of this whole answer.
Okay.
So you do that whole thing first, then cosine inverse.
Okay, so how come when I'm trying to do that thing you showed us on the calculator with second cosine, second negative, it's telling me don't make it?
Okay, so go ahead and solve out your problem.
Bless you.
Okay, you're going to have to put parentheses before that too.
Before the two?
I say bless you instead.
You're going to have like, when you plug this in, this would have to be parentheses, 2 times 8 times 14, parentheses. Okay, then do cosine inverse. Just what's happening is we're dividing by 2, so you're multiplying by 18 by 14, which means your number is going to be too big. Okay? Anyone else having issues?
Perfect up here.
You're perfect. What's going on, Bill? You solved the top part? And then you divided it by the bottom part?
Yes.
And then cosine inverse of the whole thing.
Like a 2 or 3. It's gotten better than today.
So it sounds like bio waters.
Like, Hey, I'm actually gonna be your tester for that one thing. I was thinking about that this weekend, to be honest.
Anyone else? Okay, then you only have to do cosine one time. Now we can go to law of sines. Okay? So, you have your b's, right? You have 19 over the sine 116.80 equals, okay, what's your next largest angle?
C.
Angle C, right? So I would have 14 over sine C. If you want to make sure that you're always going to get the right answer, always go from largest to smallest. Okay? So then cross multiply and divide. And I know everyone does this part a little differently on how you show work. Okay, and just like on the cosine, after you find your answer, you have to do sine inverse. So you have to figure out what this is first, then do sine inverse of your answer. You get 41.12? Everybody okay on that part? Yes, no,
Yes.
yes. Okay, then once you have two angles, how do you find your third?
180.
Okay, 180 minus both of those. So this would be 22.08. Okay, so that's one way you'll have to use law of cosines. Here's the other way. If you're given two sides in an angle, and the angle doesn't go with any of the sides. So I can't use law of sines because I don't have side A. Okay, so I have to find side A, angle B, and angle C. Okay, so first thing you have to do is if you're given two sides in an angle, you have to find the missing side. So I'm missing A, so if I go over here look at my formula, it's going to be the A squared equals. So whatever side you try to find, that's squared, you're going to have equals. Then you square the other two, and they're being added together. Then it's minus 2 times both of the sides times the cosine of that angle. Okay, there's a reason why I have it in brackets. This, following order of operations, this all has to be solved. Okay? You can't subtract 2 and then start multiplying. So when you put this in your calculator, this needs to have parentheses around it. Okay, that will give you A squared. So how do you find A? Take the square root of whatever answer you get. Okay? So 15 squared. 16 squared. Okay, you should have 21.26. then I use A, because that's what I know, and I'm gonna use law of sines. Okay, so would I find angle B, or would I find angle C next? Angle B, why? Because it's bigger. You always go from biggest to smallest, okay, or largest to smallest. So this would be 15 over sine B, and then you cross multiply and divide. 21.26 sine B. Did you do the square root?
How do you
No, I
do
didn't
the,
even get to step 4 now. Like when you multiplied all those out, I got like some big negative number. And then when I did the 15 squared plus 10 squared minus that negative number, I got like something way different.
So you get like a really big number, like 4,
yeah, I'm at 451.79.
and then you do the square root of that number.
How do you do the square root without xing this out?
Second x squared, and then second negative.
Well, I just did.
And then this we also have to do sine inverse on. Did you get it figured out? Okay, so what'd you get for angle B?
39.7.
39.75, good. So then how do you find angle C?
You subtract them from 180.
Good. So you take 115, 39.75, both of those get subtracted from 180. Let's just.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, how do you feel about this?
Good.
Great.
Peachy.
Solid.
Okay. Assuming those all mean some form of I can do it.
Yeah, for, okay, we're so fast.
Fine, I understand.
How do you put you just put the numbers in?
I've already done it.
Yes. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only person. One of these times I'm gonna write it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so all we have left is the area
It
formula.
doesn't kill you, by the way. Yeah. Huh? No. My old best friend's aunt is a nurse or something in the hospital. I don't know.
It's just a bad idea.
That would probably like make you pass out because of fumes or something. I don't know.
What does S stand for? I didn't know if there was like a name.
No.
Cool. Susie?
It's almost like average, but it's not, because you're only divided by 2.
Can we call it Susie?
Sure.
No.
If we round like, like on
Susie times Susie.
angle B, I got
minus
39.72, does that make a difference?
Susie Q.
It
Like,
just
would
means
you
you
come
round it. It just means you round it before the very end. As long as you're really close, that won't matter. And just make sure they all add up to 180. Okay, so area formula is this. So the first thing you do, you have to find S. S is similar to the average, but you're only dividing by 2. So you take all of your sides, add them together, and divide by 2. So 43 plus 53 plus 72 divided by 2 would be 84.
That's not the answer, is it?
No, that's just S.
Then you just plug 84 in.
And then you just plug it in. So first thing it says the square root, then I just need s, so s is 84, times, and then it says s minus a, so 84 minus 43. 41.
41.
Then I take, my next one says times s minus b, so what's 84 minus 53?
31.
31, good. Times, and the last one is s minus c, so 84 minus 72.
Lose.
Wow.
What? So multiply those all together, and then you take the square root of that answer. That will give you the area of this.
1,131. Catch when.
And if they don't give you a label, we'll label it units squared.